They don't believe it until they hear all the facts.
Yeah, it was shortly after these reports were issued on extremism under the Obama administration. There was a young Marine, 26 years old, a decorated Marine, by the way. He actually defused mines in Afghanistan. A hero. He came back. He was disillusioned. He didn't like Obama's executive orders. He was always ranting about that on Facebook and saying, he said Obama should be arrested and and charged with treason. A number of other things. Well, on a Saturday morning, he was at home typing. He just got through jogging. He didn't have his shirt on. He heard some noise outside. It was a hot August day. He looked out on his lawn, and 8 vehicles had pulled up on his lawn. Toward his house were black SWAT team kind of policemen running in his home with these guys and women, and by the way, in civilian clothes. He's a Marine. He steps to the front door and he opens the screen door and says, "What's up?" And they go, "We're concerned, sir, about some things you've been saying." And he goes, "What?" He said, "Could you step outside?" And so he stepped outside. By the way, if they'd done a background check, they would have found he owned no weapons. The only weapon he had in his house was a paring knife. He said he prepared his fruit for it. So they couldn't have got a warrant on anything because he didn't own a licensed firearm. But anyway, they jerked him. They arrested him. They took him down to the police station. His mother called many organizations, ACLU. No one would touch the case. I called the sheriff of the local station there. It was in Virginia. And I said, "What's this man done? What's his crime?" And the police chief said, well, actually, he's committed no crime. We're concerned about his Facebook post, sir. He had a 5-minute examination in a jail cell and a short hearing. They put him in the mental hospital. We had to file a lawsuit to get him out. He'd have been in there forever. And come out, there's 1.5 million of those, by the way, called civil commitments. They occur in the United States annually. He was labeled an extremist. But people forget on the National Defense Authorization Act, which Obama has continually re-upped. The military, if they consider you an extremist, and then Obama wants to point you out, they can come and take you out of your home. You don't get a trial. So under these kind of documents that we're creating here, like this thing we're talking about, the Strong Cities Network, it's up to the government to determine what a violent extremist is. In this case, it was a Brandon Robb. In other cases where we've helped other veterans, it's people who have just done that, the FBI investigation because they complain about the government. But they're extremists, see. So what this thing is going to do, in my opinion, it's going to totally federalize, internationalize local police, and you're going to be dealing with a totally different entity, I'd say, within the next 10 years. No, they're all over the country. There are at least 70 some, and now they've set up what they call real-time crime centers in some cities. They're advanced fusion centers. With the technology they have now, with the license plate, and by the way, with the new red light cameras, and you have the speed cameras that are popping up everywhere across the country, they're going to have probably have facial recognition, but now they can read your license plate number. Never, these are machines. So when you're passing a stop sign, going here, turning left, Google, by the way, is it's a whole different subject. But Eric Schmidt with Google, it works with the NSA. They watch everything you're doing, folks. There's nothing private anymore, and that's easily provable. By the way, in my book, Battlefield America, I have 35 pages of footnote. I footnote all this stuff. So we're living in a scary world. I'm calling this is the day after tomorrow. We're there, folks.
Okay,
I think there's some things we can do, but